you guys. So this is Sophie or Soph with Sapphire Fern Tarot, and today's pick a card reading is actually going to be a bit different, and I'm super excited because this is like combining my two favorite passions, tarot and art. So today basically I drew out 3 different drawings, and I'll show you guys those in a second. But before I do that, there's just some things I'm going to talk about. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put the timestamps in the description for the pick-a-pile if you just want to fast forward to that. But I'm just gonna talk to you about why I'm doing the drawings, and also, yeah, just a bit about me. So yeah, for today's reading, I did drawings for each pile. We're not actually going to be using any tarot in this video or any oracle cards. It's all just channeled messages, a lot of which were through songs. So I think I'm going to link a playlist for each pile for the songs that I chose or got, because I got quite a few. But I might just put the song names depending on how I feel. But today's pick a card is going to be on what is your true essence, and I'm actually just filming the intro now, so I've already done all of these readings, and I really noticed a theme of telepathic connections. So I just wanted to talk for a minute about this time astrologically, because we're coming into a very powerful time. It's like everything happening with the quarantine. We were all diving into building and getting new, like, it's like we're upgrading our software. And the Peace Dealer on YouTube actually goes into this a little bit more. If you're intrigued by what I'm saying, I'm gonna link some videos down below. He does like daily readings, and he's an astrologist. But yeah, it's weird because like we're learning how to communicate with each other through maybe less standard or traditional ways. Or those of you who resonate with what I'm saying, you'll understand that you'll just have like a feeling that someone's thinking about you, or you'll get messages through songs, because I think in this time we're also really communicating with each other through music. So it's really important to pay attention to the lyrics in different songs. Yeah, because for each of these piles, my intention was not to do a love reading, but I just kept getting like either love songs or different messages that really stood out to me as messages from partners. So I just wanted to bring more awareness and attention to that, and I want you guys to trust in the messages that you're getting. Also, I've been noticing that people's psychic abilities have been starting to awaken, because we're all like working through so much and transitioning so much. So my advice for that is to just really lean in to whatever you're feeling guided to do, or whatever you're feeling guided to research. Or, you know, if you feel like meditating for 2 hours and you've never wanted to meditate a day in your life, just do it, you know, see how it goes. Because right now we're going to be stumbling upon some really beautiful opportunities to rearrange our priorities and rearrange our beliefs about ourselves and the world we live in. I also just want to say that this reading was actually inspired by this tarot reader and psychic intuitive on YouTube, Jazlyn Echo. She gave me the idea to incorporate my art into readings, so thank you. Shout out to her. But yeah, I think that's all I really have to say about that. So we're probably just gonna jump in pretty soon here. I do also want to say that if you like these drawings and you want to see more of my art, you can feel free to check out my art account, which I will have linked in the description. I am in school right now. I'm hoping to get a Bachelor in Fine Arts and Drawing, so this is my main passion. So if you would like to support me in this, yeah, feel free to check that out. I also do want to start possibly doing personal readings, in which you could have the option where I would do a commission for you as well, either a portrait of you just through an energy reading, or you could send me an actual picture of yourself and I can just draw you. Or if you have any other ideas for commissions, yeah, feel free to DM me with that. Yeah, and I'm still working on, if you do just want a personal reading, you can also email me. I have that linked in the description as well. But yeah, I think now we're just gonna jump right in and get started. So I'm going to show you each pile a little bit more close up. Forgive me, I am filming this on a laptop, so I can't show you guys too close up. But pile number 1 is going to be this girl. Pile number 2 is this drawing. Pile number 3 is this drawing. Also, yes, all these drawings are of women. However, I tried to keep it moderately non-gender specific, but if you feel like you would like a more masculine energy focused reading, then I would be happy to do that, in which all of the drawings would be male subjects. I just felt guided today to do female subjects, but you know, if you're a man watching this, it really doesn't matter. So you might find some helpful messages. But yeah, if you guys are ready to pick your piles, you can go ahead and fast forward to your selected timestamp, or if you need more time, I'm gonna try and hold it here just so you can maybe pick a little bit more easier. But yeah, we're gonna jump right in. So I'll see you in your pile. Bye. I just saw 222. So that could be significant for you. First off, I think I'm just gonna let you guys take a closer look. Okay, you guys, so the first thing that I was getting quite strongly was that you guys are really powerful healers. I mean, I think that really shows and is pretty self-explanatory, even with the color palette I used here. So yeah, we have a lot of different greens coming in, so I feel like you're someone who's very connected to Gaia and the cycles of the earth. You're someone who, this may have kind of felt burdensome in your past or at different times, just because you're still learning how to set proper boundaries for yourself and really be able to harness that power and feel how grounded the earth is, so you can feel your own body sinking into the earth. That'll be really beneficial for you. Or that could just be something that you're already quite good at doing. I'm going to link all the songs that I thought could be significant for you in the description, but I'm also just going to read them out as I'm going through the different notes that I have. So the first song that I got for you guys was Dead by Madison Beer. So this just kind of confirmed for me already some of the issues you might be experiencing right now. I felt like a deep connection to someone else, or there's someone you're really thinking about right now, or someone who really could be thinking about you, who is very significant, who's really impacting your energy. So whether you might know what I'm talking about, it's good to figure out whether you're trying to reconnect with this person at this time, or if you maybe need to set a bit of a boundary for yourself, because I feel like there's a lot of confusion happening around this person, so it might be best if you can kind of set up a mental block, because I am feeling a lot of telepathic conversations happening right now, and that could be almost draining your energy source and making you feel really tired. Here, this is bringing me back to this other message I got. Yeah, I feel like you guys could also be communicating through music with each other, so you might listen to a certain song that resonates and feels really significant, or just makes you think about this person, and they are communicating with you through that way, and you are communicating with them through that way. Yeah, because I feel like you guys have a very strong mental connection. You might be a person who has really strong mental energy, because I was really feeling drawn to the elements of air and earth primarily. I was getting a lot of Libra, Virgo, Gemini, but just air and earth. There could be a little bit of fire and water there, but those are the two main ones. Yeah, so I feel like this person, you met them and they really impacted your life, but you're still kind of healing from what took place. You might be harboring some unknown resentment towards the situation or towards this person, so if you can get into a place where you feel comfortable enough to kind of let yourself release that. I know this morning I was feeling quite emotional. Well, honestly, I wasn't feeling quite emotional, but I could tell that there was something off in my own energy field, because I've been having some really powerful dreams these past couple days, and been working through a lot of shit. So I did this yoga class this morning, and in the yoga class we did a lot of like hip flexor poses, and I just like started crying so much, because it's like in our bodies we can be storing so much unknown energy, and this is something that I'm still learning about as well. But yeah, maybe doing a yoga class could be helpful. You know what? I'm gonna link the class I did in the description, because it was just this online class, but it was like within that I was able to release a lot of emotions that I had no idea were stored in my body. So yeah, that's just a side note, I guess. But I feel like in this time, yeah, you're really working on self-love and just healing from all the bullshit that's been forced upon you in your life, because like I'm just getting you could be so exhausted from everything going on right now. So yeah, if you can get really grounded and connect to Gaia, that's gonna be really nurturing for your body and your mind and your soul. The next song we got is Let Me Know by Brent Faiyaz. I think that's how you say his name. And from this song I was really just getting that it's important to believe in yourself, to believe in who you are. You have such a powerful soul path, a divine purpose in this world. So if you can, maybe right now you're becoming more aware of this path, or starting to understand what it is you need to be doing to align more with your life path. Because you guys are you're definitely very strong empaths. And I also was picking up on possibly some Arcturian starseed energy. So if you guys are starseeds, or you know that you are starseeds, or you think you could be, you can check out different traits of the Arcturian starseeds, or I don't know, that could just be an energy that's really prominent around you. So that's like a very, again, I'm still myself learning about starseeds, so correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, but it's just like a very mental energy who's very good with communication and technologies. So you might spend a lot of your time living in your headspace. So yeah, getting grounded will help you become more sure in yourself. Yeah, help you trust yourself and believe in who you are. The next song we got was Crack Rock by Frank Ocean. Wow, my mind just went blank. I wasn't getting any particular messages from this. Honestly, just that you could be someone who really likes listening to Frank Ocean. Or, you know, if you listen to it and you get a message, then there you go. But yeah, you're someone who's very connected with spirit and the cycles of the earth. So even if you have like a moon tracker app, that might help you understand. Or, you know, like one of those astrology apps where you can like put in your birth chart and shit, and it'll like help guide you through the different transits going on. Because yeah, you're very in tune with the planets and the cycles, and it's like you might get really strong feelings coming up and you don't know where they're coming from, but you could be just feeling the planets shifting, because it's like you have such an awareness that's growing within you, that's kind of innate, of just the different things turning and twisting, and yeah, you're really aware of those processes that happen. So if you can maybe start putting 2 and 2 together when that happens, where you get that strong emotion, then you can kind of see, oh, maybe Mercury is doing this in my chart right now, so that's impacting me in this way. Or you might just be someone who already does that and is really interested in astrology and the planets and connecting with the earth and the cycles. So the next song I got was Black Sheep by Metric. So with this, I'm getting like, you could be someone who maybe all your life or in the past, in your childhood, you felt very alienated, kind of like the black sheep, because it's like you're so good at witnessing what's happening around you, but I'm getting you could also be someone who's quite disconnected from what's happening because you've learned to do that, or that's just kind of innately within you. I'm getting more that could just be like an innate quality, or it could be because of some traumatic events that happened to you in your childhood, especially, that kind of caused you to be a little bit mistrusting of people, and a little bit, you just have like this disconnect. But I think that is more just innately part of who you are. So you could also be, I'm getting like Aquarius energy, but just very like mental. Me too, girl. Hey. You may have felt very alienated. And then here I wrote alienated and then put a box around alien. So I'm definitely getting like starseed origins. But you're definitely a really strong empath who can really feel certain energies. But it's like, because you're disconnected, it helps you to analyze them more. So that's a really strong ability you have. Or you might be clairaudient as well. Or clairsentient. But it's not like you get washed away by the feelings. Because you're like, you just kind of witness things. Or that's where you're coming into. Maybe in the past, you found it hard to be connected with yourself and stay grounded, even with all these energies flying around you all the time. But you're learning to do this. I'm just going to turn this so you guys can see. I don't know if that helps. But so I think recently you may have come into this awakening where you're learning to do this more and protect yourself more and set those proper boundaries, so you don't have like psychic attacks or different negative entities coming around you, or people who are really draining you and feeding off your life source. I'm trying to figure out if I should talk about this more now or if I should just keep going. I'm just gonna keep going. Okay. I was getting that you could be feeling or have felt in the past a little bit bitter towards certain people, because it's like your intuition knows or knew that they were taking from you somehow. Or it's like you feel resentful because you're so giving and you have such a big heart that it's like, maybe if your love isn't received in a certain way, then that can be quite traumatic for you. Or if like people don't understand what you're trying to show them, then you can feel really insulted. It's like you didn't respect the knowledge that I gifted you, because knowledge and learning is a very big part of your life. So I wrote, the veil may have recently come down. So you guys may have recently had that spiritual awakening. I don't know if I said that already, but when I'm channeling, I don't really know what I'm saying, TBH. So if I'm at all repetitive, that's probably why. I'm just feeling guided to reiterate that message. But so the veil may have recently come down. So it's like now you're seeing things much more clearly, because you're getting more and more in tune, and you're seeing through more of the bullshit. It's like now you're getting so grounded that you're honestly just getting in touch with your own power and your own divinity more every day. And then I wrote, have faith in what's coming, with a little heart, because I feel like there's a lot of blessings coming for you, primarily with love and partnership though, but also money, because I feel like you guys have been working really hard on money, and that might be more of your focus right now. But I do feel like love and partnership is also really highlighted in this reading. Because then we got haunted by the things you do. I think that's a lyric. Yeah, haunted by the things you do. From the song Pointless by Dunya. Yeah, so I feel like someone is either haunted by you or you are haunted by someone else. So this kind of goes back to the beginning where I was talking about you having a strong mental connection and almost like a telepathic connection with a person. So yeah, it could be you're haunted by them, they're haunted by them, you're both haunted by each other. I think that's probably what's going on. But you might feel like you can't quite figure this person out, even though you guys may have known each other for quite some time now, or not, take it how it resonates. But the next song I got was Broken Clocks by SZA, and then the lyric was, there's still love. There's still love, still love, still love, there's still love. Yeah, I can't sing, but you get the idea. Yeah, another lyric from that song is, think I forgot that you love me, that you love me, that you love me. So, yeah, it's like you might go back and forth when you were thinking about this person or when you feel connected to them. It's like, in times you feel super connected and super drawn to them, and you're like, oh my god, this is my person, like, you are my home, like, what is going on, like, I'm just so connected to your energy. But then you go back and it's like, no, but like, if that is true, why has this other shit been happening within our connection? Like, why are you doing this? Why are you not communicating? Why are you, wow. So it could also be that this person is like communicating really heavily with you in the 5D through like songs, and you're getting different messages and hearing things, but they're kind of avoiding you in the 3D. So that could be the dynamic that's also happening. I feel like this links to which pile was it? I think it was pile 2 in the last reading I did, so you can also go watch that if you want. But yeah, you're sick of waiting for this person to get their shit together. That's what I wrote. So it's like you're kind of like, listen, I'm done with this. Like, I'm done with this. So this might also be kind of impacting your health at times with insomnia or like a lack of hunger. But now you're getting this don't need nobody mentality. Because you're realizing your true strength and your true power. Wow, I channeled a lot. This reading is gonna be fucking long. But then I wrote, I know you don't want to, but you have to let the light in. You might find it hard to deal with conflict because of such strong desires for peace, balance, and harmony. You find it easy to get lost in thought, but I think your inner world is really strong and really beautiful, and is something you need to protect, because this is like, your inner world is your safe space. So maybe in the past people may have thought you were kind of strange because you're very introverted and you like to spend a lot of time within and just being with yourself and connecting to spirit, because you want so deeply to find this peace and balance and harmony within yourself. But I think sometimes when you feel like you can't connect with yourself, then you start to direct that energy outside of yourself. So you try and put balance and harmony and peace into the people you come across as a way of like somehow healing yourself, getting some kind of validation perhaps. But if you can recognize when you're doing that, and you can kind of stop yourself and just breathe and give yourself time to connect back, then you're going to be able to avoid that and not become resentful with people. The next song is My Skin, My Logo by Solange. So yeah, I'm feeling like you could be very funny when you are in balance and when you are in your power, and you're very smart. Whether you identify with that or not, you're smart as fuck. So take that. You're also very strong. Yeah, and you're really coming into this phase. I think Taurus season might be pushing you into this more, where you're just not accepting the bullshit any longer. We also got Through My Hair by Teo as another song. So I think your hair and your skin, with My Skin, My Logo, could be big parts of your identity. Or these could be features that other people find really attractive about you. Yeah, I feel like you guys have a really strong ancestry. So you might have a really big spiritual family or spiritual team. Or a lot of like different cultures from past lives or in this life. So yeah, a lot of spirituality that you maybe learned through different cultures or your own culture, or maybe you had like a really significant grandmother who really taught you a lot while you were growing up, who you feel really connected to. And I feel like for some of you, this person could have passed away recently, or when they passed away, that was a big like wake up for you. But I feel really strongly that this person really, their energy is still around you, and they have so much love for you, and they want you to know that you are so incredibly protected, and they're so proud of you. Oh, this makes me want to cry. But if this person hasn't passed away, then or maybe in this life, if you don't have a strong connection with your grandmother or a mother or some female family figure, then they could be an ancestor or a guide who just wants you to know that you're incredibly protected and loved, and that they're so proud of you. It's like they see you as the perfect manifestation of everything that they wanted to be, or everything that all of these past generations of your family line have. It's like you're the perfect manifestation of all the lessons that everyone in your family had to learn. So it's like when this person looks at you, they see fucking all the past generations and all the beautiful qualities that you embody. Wow. So yeah, you're a really good representation of the true essence of your family, I want to say. But strength is coming through as well. So you're it's like your family can see how strong you are, and they're really proud of you. Wow, you guys, I didn't write anything down about that, but I guess that had to come through. But yeah, so I was also picking up on Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, Libra, but you know, this is just the energy, right? So it doesn't have to be your sign. But yeah, Libra was very dominant, and also Earth. Yeah. So the next song we got was Isambard by Declan McKenna, I think that's his name. Very good song. Honestly, I think you guys just might like that song. But yeah, so the lyrics in that song, I can't remember how it goes right now. If you can't walk, then run. Again, I cannot sing. If you can't walk, then run. So it's like now you're getting this new wave of energy coursing through your body, where it's like, you're like, you know what? To this person who I have a connection with, you don't know what you want. So I'm gonna focus on me. I'm getting connected with spirit, with Gaia, with the earth, the cycles, with myself. I'm letting what needs to fall away. I'm getting my bag. I'm working on my abundance. So, you know, I can't walk anymore. So I'm finna run. I'm gonna fucking run to what I want and what I deserve. So, yeah, I'd say go for it, guys. Run to what you want. Don't be afraid to go after what you want. So yeah, another thing was I was picking up on a lot of moon energy. So you could be like, identify with being like a moon goddess or something. I don't know. Or you might incorporate the moon a lot into your own spiritual practice and your own rituals. Also, I was getting spider as a totem for you. So you may be very good at cultivating and weaving these beautiful, intricate webs of your life and weaving these beautiful stories. Yeah, it's like you would be a very good storyteller or a very good teacher as well. But yeah, you're very wise. There's a lot of knowledge within you. And with spider, it's like you might have this exoskeleton where you don't quite let people in so easily just because of the things that have happened to you or just how you are. But you're extremely soft on the inside, right? Like on the inside, spiders are just like mush. Yeah, anyway. Duh. But you guys could also be a little bit critical of yourself at times. So if you can get grounded and just let go a little bit further, then it's going to be easier. Okay, so now I'm just going to look at this and talk about the different artistic choices I made in this little drawing here, which I'm kind of just interpreting now. So yeah, the colors green, pink, blue, yellow, and even white could be very significant for you in this time. I'm getting you could be healing your heart chakra a lot, yeah, with that self-love I was talking about before. But yeah, you could be finding it hard to let the love in a little bit because of doubts or fears or past experiences. Because like there's this beautiful pink like energy surrounding her, but her energy is still very blue, very in her head about things. I'm also getting that this person you could have a strong connection with, yeah, it's like they're draining all this yellow energy from you, or something is draining it. If it's not this person, yeah, it could just be your own fears. But never forget your own strength, because look at all this green. You're so healing. You're so healing. You might feel a bit unsure or lost in this time, but connect with yourself. Connect with your true power, your true divinity. Because it's like, oh, your energy is just so, I'm getting like shaman energy almost. Like just so wise and so in tune. So this could be who you are naturally, but I'm now noticing these like swirls around the throat chakra, so you could be a very strong communicator as well. There is this like little line where her collarbone is, so that could also show how you protect your own heart. You could also be a Cancer moon or like a water sign moon. You might also be a little bit sharp at times, and people can find that a little bit like, whoa. Like, you did not just need to read me like that, but okay. But you do, and that's good, because sometimes these hoes need to be read, right? So, I'm also really drawn to this like swirl. So yeah, you're very mentally connected with the spirit world, and yeah, it could be quite clairaudient. I don't know if I said that already. Oh man. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about the mediums I used. So for this, I just did a pastel sketch. I used oil pastels for this, and then I also did just some outlines with just normal graphite pencil. The thing with pastels is they're very like, it's very easy to make marks with them on surfaces, right? Like you can see that line on my hand kind of, I don't know. But they're very soft and creamy and like pigmented. So you could be very make a very significant impression on people when they first meet you, but you can be quite strong and set in your own energy, but it's also like you have this innate malleability to just kind of flow with things. Or if you can tap into that, then that's going to be easier. Yeah, okay, now I'm picking up on more water energy. I don't know. But yeah, take it how it resonates. And then it's kind of the same thing with the pencil. Like, you don't have to push too hard with a pencil to make an imprint on a piece of paper. these are also very immediate mediums. So it's like you like to get things done quickly, or if you don't like to get things done quickly, or it's like you're very adept at picking different tools for different jobs or things going on within your life. It's like you know that you wouldn't, I almost want to say, like, you know how to camouflage in different situations. So it's like you know you wouldn't highlight this part of your personality when dealing with this person, or maybe it's less so a personality but just like embodying a certain energy. So yeah, you're very malleable in that way, and very smart in that you know what steps to take in certain situations in order to get the job done, even if the job takes some cultivation and weaving of that web with spider totem. You can still do it with like ease and precision and be quite fast and, you know, like done, right? So I'm trying to see if there's anything else here. Oh yeah, okay, so there are a few more channeled songs. So we got Thinking About You by Frank Ocean. Honestly, this one was very strong. So I think if any of the songs, you should listen to this one, because I think this is how your person is communicating with you, or I was gonna say how they're or how you're communicating with them, but that doesn't make sense. But just listen to it, see if anything resonates. But I don't know if this is a lyric, but I wrote, good things come to those that wait. But at first I almost wrote wait, like how heavy something is. So that could just go back to you being someone who's very grounded and you have a very like heavy, stable energy. Or it could just be more literal, that you have a certain connection with your body that is very focused around weight. But if so, you know, just let that go. Focus on being healthy. The next song we got was Cold by Post Malone. So this could just go back to the where you can sometimes be perceived as being quite detached. Then we also got Casablanca by Dunya. Love this song. This was the first song I was listening to when I was drawing this out. I think this just shows you could have like Capricorn energy as well. You're very money oriented and just like focus on getting your bag right now. But yeah, don't worry about love, you guys. I feel like soon this pink energy will really infiltrate no matter what, no matter if a person may make a move towards you, whatever it is. Spirits are helping you to open your heart chakra, so just be patient with yourself in this time and work on acknowledging further and further each day how magnificent you are and how strong you are and how much you do impact the lives of the people you meet, even just with first impressions or whatever it is, because you're very strong and you're very in tune with spirit, so don't ever undermine that. I was also being drawn to I even like pulled out different trinkets for this group. I don't know why, but here, let me see. I was also being drawn to the lavender essential oil, so it could be good for you to de-stress and de-wind in this time. I also like looked at this necklace I have, and it has like leaves on it. My cousin made this for me. Anyway, so this could just be like something that you would wear, or like this is the kind of energy you have where you're very earthy and just maybe it's just because it goes with the anyway. Yeah, a lot of growth happening right now. You're like a tree. You're very sturdy. I also grabbed this little hairpin. It's a sunflower, so sunflowers could be significant for you. I'm mostly getting that this is just showing that you're going to be growing a lot in this time. You might also like beads a lot, or have like a link or a cultural link to what is it like Huichol? I don't know, that type of bead art where, oh man, put it in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. But it's really beautiful. It's like you glue these tiny beads like these down and it creates these different images. Anyway, yeah, so that could be significant for your culture, or maybe that was something you were linked to in past life, or this life. You might just like this jewelry. Anyway, we are going to move on to group 2 now. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed that, let me know what you think. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know if you guys like the using like the drawings to help assist in readings. I think that's always a fun way to do it, because then it helps me channel more. I mean, cards are nice, but sometimes I'll just start saying things and I have no way of really justifying what I'm saying, but that's just like, channeling. But mental energy, woo! Okay, but yeah, let me know what you think, and I will hopefully be posting again soon. So, bye guys. Have a great day. Peace and love. Okay guys, so if you chose pile number 2 or group 2, this drawing right here, I'm just gonna bring it closer so you guys can take a better look. The colors are kind of showing up wrong, honestly. Like this blue isn't this dark in real life. It's like this color, if you can see. Yeah. So she's quite the bad bitch, as you can tell. So yeah guys, I'm feeling guided to do to talk about the drawing first, I think, for this pile, and then after we're gonna go into the objects I chose for you and the channeled messages. But I feel like you guys might be kind of resisting me tapping into your energy a little bit, or there is some resistance. It's like you don't open up quite that easily. But also, just a side note, I keep hearing 444 while I was drawing this pile too, so that could be a significant angel number for you to look up in this time. That might be beneficial. But from what I know with the number 4, like the energy that I get is just one that's very focused on stability and very, I don't want to say grounded, but like they know how to keep their security, just because like how the world works. In terms of physical features, you guys have like big bang energy. Not like the TV show, but like you guys could definitely be have bangs. If you're a masculine watching this, you can convert this however, or like, it's more about energy than actual appearance. But there's definitely something highlighted. You might have very cat-like eyes, and very like chiseled features. But there's something people really enjoy, like your eyebrows or your forehead might be prominent, like this area. You could kind of like lack the dip that happens here. Like, what is that called? Like the bridge of your nose. It doesn't quite dip in as far. But you are a very striking person. When people first see you, they're immediately drawn to you. You're someone who's really beautiful, very vibrant energy. So, and I feel like you know that. You're definitely like a diva in a way. You know what, we're gonna come back to her. We're gonna do some channeled messages, and then we're gonna continue interpreting this work, because there is so much I want to address right now. So the first channeled song I got for you guys was Casablanca by Dunya, and the lyric that was standing out the most for me with this song was, "In love with the hustle, in love with the hustle." Especially for this group, I've been singing a lot, so you guys might have really beautiful voices. You might be singers, or you could, I was picking up on like dancers too. You guys feel very creative and very like in tune with your divine energy, whether that's masculine or feminine. But I was getting like strong emperor, empress energy, so you guys are like the royalty for sure. For sure, honey. So, yeah, so people might interpret this. They might sometimes interpret your energy as being quite chaotic or combative, but this is just because you have such clear vision. Maybe that's why the eyes are really prominent in this. You guys can see really clearly and see through all the lies and see to the core of people. And you guys could be really prideful in how you present yourself, or you could be very prideful in the fact that you try always to be very authentic. I mean, not with everyone. You definitely have a guard up, so it's like you almost like test people whether they're real and genuine in their efforts in either pursuing you or just getting to know you as a person, because you don't let just anyone in. Like, you're protected. You could have some Cancer in your chart, but yeah, it's like if you see through the lies or the bullshit that people are telling you, or you see that someone is trying to portray themselves in an inauthentic way, you're not afraid to like poke at their weak spots, to get that tower to just come crashing down so that they can like release all that shit. Like, you don't give a fuck. You will crash people's towers and break their patterns for them if they don't, because you're just that kind of person. You're like very strong in your knowing and your truth. So it's like when you see other people who aren't strong in their knowing and their truth, you're like, the fuck are you doing, bro? I'm over here living my best life, so why aren't you? And I see that you aren't, so I'm gonna make you. Like, that's the energy I'm getting. Yeah, so then I wrote singer. Oh, you could also be an Aries. I'm picking up on a lot of fire energy in this. So you're someone who's really passionate. It's about movement for you. So it's like you don't like feeling stagnant in your life. You don't like feeling stuck or controlled by anything in your life. Yeah, so you might be, I'm not getting that you're controlling when working with other people. It's more like you're controlling of what you allow into your life, because you just have such clear discernment of people's characters that, yeah, you're just not with the shit. You're not with the bullshit. So, yeah, you're super independent. Super fucking independent. Oh my god. The next song we got was Some Things by Versace. Versace? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Again, I'll link all the songs in the description if you want to check those out for additional messages. Yeah, so there's this one lyric in Some Things by Versace that goes, I don't need your help. So yeah, it's just like you have that energy that it's like, I will allow you into my life, but you better not get that twisted. Like, you don't fuck with codependent energy at all. You're so independent that it's like, yes, I may want you in my life, but like, I don't need you in my life. So don't you ever think that I need you. Like, you don't want people to think that you depend on them in any way just because you're so independent and strong on your own, because you've spent time cultivating that strength within. So it's like, if people make an assumption that you need them, you're like, fine, I'll fucking cut you off then. I don't need you. You think I need you? I'm gonna show you that I don't need you. Bye. Like, you're just not with it. Like, no one can play games with you. So I'm also picking up on a bit of Gemini energy you could have. That could be like a sun placement, and then you could have like a fire moon or something. But I was also getting Scorpio, because you are quite mystical in how you portray yourself. Like, yeah, a bit secretive. So people are drawn in by that because they see your innate power and your strength. That's kind of like what you present more, because it's like you need people to know not to mess with you. But I feel like on the inside you could be a little bit more sensitive. You know what? I'm gonna just go back and forth with interpreting both of these, because yeah, there's so much coming out. But see how there's like this strip of this like blue. Whenever I use this color, it's like almost a cerulean blue. I don't know if it says the color names on these. But yeah, it's like this color. It just makes me think of mermaids, which makes me think of Scorpio. So you could have Scorpio in your chart also, or you could, yeah, could be like Scorpio rising. I think I said that already. You could also have a water moon, because it's like this watery energy she keeps closer to herself. On the outside, it's like bright and like boom, but then it's like maybe on the inside you could be a little bit more cold and analytical. You could have Aquarius in your chart somewhere, but I am getting like primarily fire energy, or just you're a very passionate person, and that's what people see the most. But it's like you've learned how to harness that passion in a healthy way, or you are going to be learning this, so that, no, I think you know this already, but yeah, it just goes back to that discernment. So it's like you know what to invest your energy into. The next song that we got was Father, Father by Jay Prince. And one of the lyrics from this song was, I gave you every single thing. I gave my heart. I gave you every single thing. I gave my heart. Give my heart. Yeah, goes like that. So it's like when you put yourself and you invest that time into things and you're like, fine, okay, I've used my discernment to rule out that this could be a potential match, like a potential partner, or this is a project that's worth working on. Then you're like, I will put my whole heart into things. So with this coming through, I was also really picking up on very strong Leo energy, especially Venus in Leo. I know I'm a Venus in Leo, so it's like, if I give you my heart, that is such a big deal, you know, because your heart is so big and just you protect it with everything you have. But when you do allow yourself to become vulnerable with people, you take that very seriously. So it's very about respect with you. If people aren't giving you the respect that you feel you deserve, you're just gonna walk away, which I think has been something that you've learned to do over time, because you may have dealt with people who drain you in the past, so it's now you're like, fuck this. Like, I'm just getting such a strong energy. You could also be a Taurus, or this Taurus season could be really amplifying that quality within you. Then I wrote, very strong purpose, pave the way for your peers. So yeah, I'm definitely getting that you could be like an old soul, or like a starseed, like, ooh, maybe like a Vegan starseed, or I heard Lemurian starseed. I'm not too sure about Lemurian starseeds, but you can look into that more yourself. But you could just have that energy around you, or really be embodying that energy at the moment. I know Vegan starseeds, they're like the lions, right? So it's like kind of Leo energy, so very vibrant and abundant. Yeah, very strong Leo energy in this. So yeah, you could be very connected with your purpose in this world. So again, when you see other people who aren't connected to their purpose, that might kind of peeve you or something, or just like make you not about them, or not really willing to engage with them, because staying motivated and staying on your life path is such a big priority for you. But sometimes this might make you feel a little bit isolated, because you're like, I want to say a wolf. You're like the shepherd guiding the sheep. You pave the way. So sometimes you might feel like a bit burdened by this, where it's like, no one understands me. Like, you might have a tendency to have that mentality. Oh my gosh, tongue-tied. Mentality a little bit, but I think that's just because, yeah, you are so strong, that Spirit keeps reiterating that you're so strong and your energy is so influential without you even realizing. I am picking up also on like an ex you may have, or someone you could be dealing with who you've kind of been like keeping on the DL, kind of like a side chick energy or like a side dude, just someone you talk to, but you guys definitely have a past. And let me say, this person is obsessed with you, girl. Oh my god. What else did I write? Then I wrote, sometimes don't know what path to take because attention drawn to many different things. So yeah, you could be someone who's a bit of like I want to say like a specialized generalist, because you are so creative and so good at so many different things. You just might struggle with picking something to direct your energy into, but it's like once you choose, you're like all in, let's fucking go, and you bring that passion and that fire and you just make it happen. So yeah, you could be a really strong manifester as well. Yeah, you're very fearless when you make that choice, when you invest in something. Okay, the next song we have is Brian Eno by MGMT, and the lyric is, if I was telling lies, it'd probably show. I'm not so much getting this lyric for like, if you were telling lies. I feel like you could probably be really good at hiding your innermost feelings, or not, you know, take it how it resonates. But I'm feeling like this is more for other people, where other people know that they can't lie to you, because you'll just see through it. And then another lyric we got from that same song is you reap what you sow. So you have, oh, I'm getting Aquarius energy now. That's so funny. Oh man. Okay. Why am I thinking about my ex now? What the fuck? Okay. You guys have similar energy. Anyway, yeah, you reap what you sow. So you're very good at planting seeds. You know when to take the steps forward. And you have patience with what you're cultivating too. Actually, you might struggle with that a little bit if you have like a lot of Aries or a lot of fire there in your chart. But I feel like there's an aspect of you that balances that out. So yeah, that could be like that Aquarius placement or that water sign placement, that, or an earth placement that kind of brings you back to earth. Or maybe you've learned from individuals in your life who have those placements. The next song we got was Sorrows by Blessed? English. I don't know. Okay. I put a star beside this song too, so I think if you listen to this, it'll probably be really significant. One of the lyrics in this was, why do these people try and get me down? I don't need that shit right now. So yeah, it's like, you might have a lot of haters, but you've learned to kind of just let that go and stay on your own path. It does still kind of affect you or bring you down sometimes. So people show their true colors to you, and yeah, it's like your intuition is super strong, especially when dealing with people. So you like already knew what they were showing you, but it's like they still try and come in and influence your life. And you're like, no, bitch, fucking go away. I can see through this. Like, no. The fuck? Yeah, and then another lyric from Sorrows is, I know that I don't fit in. I don't need your medicine. So it's like people might see you and they see you doing so well in life that kind of threatens them and they find you really intimidating. So people might try and shift your belief structures or tear you down in some way by confusing you. Or I'm thinking about my mom right now, and she kind of does this sometimes where she'll like try and sway me from one of my beliefs when it's like, no, I know I'm right. So people might do that to you a lot. Or you might have a mother who also does that. Or like a parental figure who maybe doesn't understand you or your ambitions and like why you are the way you are, or romantic partners who have had this. Yeah, so this also might cause you to feel alone on your journey, yeah, just because people misunderstand you. Then another lyric is, sometimes I lose my cool. So you could have had anger issues in the past, or that could be something you struggle with, or it's just like a minor thing. You might just get really angry and then you're like, fuck you, I'm done with this, and then you just cut that person off. Me too, though. Ooh. And then another lyric is, it's not all in my mind. So it's like you had to get to this point, or you're getting to this point now, where it's like you trust yourself so much that you used to think that it was all in your head, that you're like, oh, maybe this person will prove me wrong. Like, maybe they'll show me that they are a genuine person and they do have genuine interest in whatever it is we are collaborating on. But yeah, now it's like, the minute you get a red flag, your intuition tells you something's off, you're done. Also, sorry if I'm just reiterating certain messages. These are the strongest things coming out, so I might sound a bit repetitive, but that's just because, channeling stuff. That's how it be. Then another lyric from that same song is, emotions are bottled. So yeah, I think you might have a tendency to keep your emotions inside, or just keep your inner world and your soul very protected. But this in turn might result in you having problems with being vulnerable with people, just because you can always be on guard. Or it might just take a long time for you to feel comfortable enough with people to open up, which there's nothing wrong with, just something to be aware of to help work with yourself and communicate that to other people. Okay, the next song we have is Like Someone in Love by Tompa Beats. And this is like a remix where Bjork is saying like by myself. I don't know how it goes, but you guys definitely have like Bjork energy. So you might, yeah, like Bjork's eyes, like similar, okay? You know what I mean? But you're definitely innovators in your field. So like very individualistic and just very beautiful. And I was gonna put gold in this picture. I didn't, but you guys have very like royal, there's something very royal about you. But yeah, that might just go back to the Leo. I also wrote, wake up in the morning, get that money. That's not from a particular song, but I just feel like that's your attitude most of the time. So you could have some Capricorn as well. But yeah, you're very focused on maintaining your independence, or just like you never want to have to rely on people. So it's like you're making that money, you're getting your shit together. You don't need anyone. That's your attitude. Then we got No Time by Playboi Carti. Yeah, if your Venus isn't in Leo, you could just have very like strong Venusian placements. I don't know what signs are ruled by Venus, TBH, but you can check that out. Yeah, you might have a lot of fixed signs in your chart too. Yeah, and then I wrote problems connecting with others. So yeah, that could go back to that point that's just like you might get too in your head and interpret certain ego messages as like intuition, where you no, I think it's less so that you misinterpret your intuition, but yeah, you just struggle with opening up with people. Lion could just be a totem for you as well, where you like to enjoy yourself, you know, lying in the sun. You know, like lions, they'll go like a really long time of just doing nothing, but then when they go hunting, it's like, or when they roar, it's so loud that all the other animals can hear them. So it's like when you work on those projects and you invest your time and you're really passionate about something, the whole world can hear you roar. But if you're not that invested in something, or you're not focusing on it, then you really value your relaxation time and just being with friends and close loved ones and just having a good time. The next song we got is The Blues by Off the Porch, and the lyric from that one that stood out was, you know I'll always come back to you. So yeah, this kind of goes back to the thing I sort of touched on before, where yeah, there's someone who's really, could be something as well, but there's something that's really watching you, or someone who's really watching you and keeping an eye on you, because they might be a little bit obsessed. And I was picking up on Scorpio earlier, so they could be a Scorpio, you know. Not to hate on Scorpios, I love you guys. But they can get a little bit obsessive, you know how it be. But yeah, I feel like someone's thinking about coming back to you or presenting an offer to you, so that could be something to watch out for. Or you could be thinking about going back to someone else. But yeah, after this, I just started getting a lot of love messages. So like, the next song was The Anchor by Bastille. I think of you all the time. So you're really thinking about someone all the time, or someone's really thinking about you all the time. I feel like maybe in this situation you kind of stepped away, or you just were like, I'm done with this, or you really wanted, you're maintaining the appearance of being aloof quite well towards this person. Then we got Napkins by Riz Lavier. Life is Good, Who's Asking, You're Not Entitled to My Time and My Passion. So I feel like that's your energy towards this person especially, but it could just be generally for people you don't fuck with, because you know how strong your passion is. You know your roar. Everyone will hear it. So you don't take that lightly. I feel like this person may have been playing games with you a little bit, or maybe you had that perception, because you definitely have a mentality that like it's better to experience love in your life and then let it go and not have that in your life anymore than to not experience it at all. So like, you're very grateful for the experiences that you've had, but still you're like very protective of your own time. So it's like, if you are trying to take from me, that's not the kind of person I am. I'm not gonna let you do that to me. So bye. We had a good, you know, it was good while it lasted. Like, that's your mentality. Just, you're very good at moving on. That's why I was picking up on Gemini earlier, because there is something kind of aloof about them. They don't get very attached, or they don't have that appearance, because it's like mutable air. It just fucking flows, right? So, yeah, another lyric in that song is, she bout that action. So you're very action oriented when accomplishing goals. You're not very good at feeling stagnant or stuck in things. And then the next lyric is, when I win, I'm drained. So you might have to expend a lot of energy to achieve your goals and get that success and roar. So like you might need a lot of downtime to recover from expending all that energy and to not feel drained anymore. Yeah, this is such Leo energy, or like Venus and Leo. Let me know. You also have a very strong attitude, or like you have a very strong understanding that nothing in life is permanent. So I don't know why I did that. I just wrote fire in marker. So definitely fire energy. So you understand that none of this is permanent because the veil has come down for you. You understand how the law of attraction works, manifestation. You might be, consider yourself quite woke in terms that like this is all a illusion, time is not real, blah blah blah. But this may cause you to have some apathy for your journey at times, or other people's problems. So like if someone comes to you and tries to complain to you about things, I don't think you enjoy being in that situation, or you might just struggle with dealing with other people's stuff. So you could also have some Virgo in your chart, honestly, because you see what needs to change, and you can sometimes lack empathy for people who can't see what needs to change. But it's because you know that it requires work, right? So you're a very hard worker. The next song we got was Two Steppin' by John Givens. And the lyric from this song was, I'm healing off your energy, or I'm feeding off your energy. I don't actually know what it is. But I feel like there's someone, this just goes back to that connection you might have with someone that might be quite telepathic in nature as well. But I feel like you could go out with this person a lot and you guys have a lot of fun together, or you have in the past. Again, the number 444 is coming through, so this person could be seeking stability with you, or you could be seeking some kind of stability with them. But they really feel like your energy shifted their life in a really prominent way, and you provided a lot of healing for them, whether you know this or not. Because the next lyric we have is, you gave me faith. So you could have really influenced this person's faith in themselves, in love even. Maybe they were very pessimistic before, and you just kind of snapped them out of that. The next song we have is Sasurai by Hako Yamazaki. I think that's just a good song to listen to. Like I think that song the most is really like the energy I'm picking up on. You could be an Aquarius rising or a Scorpio rising as well, or this other person could have those placements. And then I wrote, you might make people mad sometimes. So you definitely could piss people off, but I think you are quite aware of this because you know how to push people's buttons, and but like people respect you still, because you don't do it out of malice. You do it out of understanding that these things need to be broken. And then I just wrote star with a bunch of exclamation marks. So you're definitely a star for people. People meet you and they see how bright you are and how divine you are, and they just want to get to know you. So that might help you relax a little bit and just know that, it's okay to keep that boundary up, that guard up, because you are so beautiful and you are a star and your heart is worth protecting. But like, not everyone is trying to bring you down and hurt you. So just always go back to trusting yourself. If you feel like you're ready to open up to someone, that's cool. If you feel like you're not, that's also cool. But just make sure you're communicating all of this so that people don't get confused. If you are like trying to start something with them or whatever, don't be afraid of vulnerability. Whew, fuck. This is a really long reading. This one's going on really long. But Okay, we're gonna talk about so these colors could be significant. I was also picking up on the color white could be significant for you. Or these could be like your aura, you know? And then I'm also gonna talk about the medium. So these are oil-based paint markers. And so with oil-based paint markers, wow, this is really interesting. If you leave them in the sun too long, they kind of start to fade. So I'm getting like, you're a star and you belong on the stage. But sometimes if you spend too much time in the spotlight, your energy might get really depleted, so you have to go back and retreat. So I'm getting more Virgo energy with that. You might kind of revert into the hermit mode. You might also really like horses. Or animals. You might just have a really strong connection with animals and dogs as well. But yeah, with oil-based paint markers as well, they're also more immediate and easier to work with than actual paints. So yeah, that goes again with you really valuing action and wanting like immediate results at times, because you just like, you're so fast paced and fast moving, you just want to go when you're really invested. So then I also picked out just some jewelry and things that I thought kind of matched your energy. Or you could be someone who just likes wearing things like this. You might love hoops. Got some little hoops right here. You might like scrunchies or just this color I was really drawn to. Kind of similar to this color. And then we have the mask. But something really stood out to me about this mask, because it's so beautiful and sparkly, and it's authentic to who you are, but it's just like your outer shell. So like, this is what people see when they meet you. You're wearing this mask because you're protecting yourself, but even the mask is so beautiful, and the mask is still part of yourself. It's just how you portray yourself. But it's like, once you take off that mask, people are freaked out because it's like they realize you're even more beautiful. And then I also made this little potion bottle with a spell in it to attract prosperity and abundance. And I was just really drawn to it because there's all this gold leaf in it, if you can see, and there's some blue sparkles within it and some candle wax and little swirls. Very cute. Yeah, if you guys want me to make you one of these, you can just DM my art account, or if you want me to make you anything, honestly, just DM me. I make tons of shit. I also picked out the peppermint essential oil because I feel like you guys, your energy is very refreshing to people because you're just so original. Like, no one has ever seen anyone like you, basically. Oh, that was a lot. You might also have like swan energy. I don't know. I just looked at that, and so very like loving when you let yourself be. Anyway, I hope you guys like that reading. Let me know if it resonates down below, and feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. I've been trying to post more regularly, but you can turn on post notifications if you want to know when. And yeah, just look in the description for additional songs if you want to see what songs. I will have them all linked down there and everything. And yeah, love you guys. Hope this was beneficial, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Okay. So, guys, if you chose pile number 3, we're gonna jump into your reading right now. Oh, yes. Excuse me. Okay, I think first I'm just gonna show you close up the drawing we have here. You know what? I'm gonna try and just show you. So hopefully you guys can kind of connect to this energy a bit more just by looking at the drawing. Yeah, I'm feeling guided to honestly play some music right now. So we might just get some healing vibes in here, healing frequencies. Okay, I also keep seeing 444, so I might have to put that in the introduction or something, but I think we're all really connecting to the number 4 right now. I don't know, that just seems to be a repeated number that I keep seeing. But yeah, we're just gonna jump into your reading right now. the first message that I got when I was starting to channel for you guys was that there's some kind of commitment coming up in your life, or you guys could have a bit of a fear of commitment. Because I wrote down here on the channeled messages, big ol' commitment I'm not ready for. So this was a bit surprising for me, honestly, because I was like, oh, where did that come from? But this could be a person you were dealing with, or maybe you, where you just don't completely feel ready for a connection. Or not a connection, maybe a connection, but more a commitment. Or maybe there's a specific connection that you don't feel quite ready for. And that was also kind of affirmed by the first song I got for you guys, which was I'm Not Ready for Love by Yeek. So, the lyric that I was drawn to in this song is I'm not ready for love again, or whatever. I'm having too much fun. Yeah, I'm not ready for love, I'm having too much fun. So, yeah, this could be you or someone you're dealing with, but okay, I'm just gonna start analyzing the drawing we have here. So I'll probably be going back and forth between channeled messages and interpreting the drawing. What's really standing out to me with her is that, so she is very much in her own world. I just keep getting very strong, like Piscean energy, where you're very dreamy and you can get kind of caught up in your own imagination at times, because you love exploring your inner world, and your energy is just so fluid and watery. So you definitely could be a Pisces or have that somewhere in your chart. I want to say you could be dealing with a Pisces as well. I don't know why, but yeah, you could be. You could also be a Libra. That's a possibility. Like, as I was getting different songs and different messages through songs, I kept, because I will kind of like sing along as I'm listening to music, but I kept like hearing my own voice as being like a very, almost like a deep, very seductive voice. So you could have kind of a deeper voice, or people just are really attracted to your voice. Yeah, I even channeled vibrato, so you could have like a vibrato voice. I don't know what that is. I'm not really a singer, but yeah, they find this really soothing about you. I feel like you have a very soothing energy, which people are just naturally really drawn to. But although you maybe seem like you have your head in the clouds, or maybe you do have your head in the clouds quite often, but it's like there's more to you than just that. You're a natural healer. You're extremely wise. I feel like you could be an old soul, and your energy is overall just extremely comforting to others. So you're very grounded, but you're also quite fluid. So you could have some earth in your chart as well that kind of grounds you. Or you could have had a mother who was an earth sign who you kind of entrained off of and learned how to ground yourself, or a parental figure, or just someone significant in your life. So the next song I'm going to talk about is Immortal by Ellie Doohy. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say her name, but I'll link everything in the description, all the songs and stuff. And the lyric from this I was drawn to is, I became the queen after rolling with the brothers. So I feel like you've learned a lot from the people you've been surrounded by in your life, whether that's family or friends or loved one, like romantic partners, I mean. So you've kind of picked up different traits from other people by observing how they handle certain situations. So you could also have a very strong family or a very strong spiritual team protecting you in this time as well. But yeah, I feel like your energy, it's very floral and like fragrant. So it's kind of softer and more subtle, but it's so sweet and alluring, and people, it's like once they catch a whiff of that, that's so weird, but once they catch a whiff of that floral scent, they're like entrapped by it. You're like a spider who weaves her web. That's interesting. We got spider totem for the first pile as well, so that could be a totem of yours. I'm also getting seahorse totem, so you could be a little bit androgynous as well, which people find really intriguing. It's like they want to figure you out, but they might just feel like they can't figure you out because you're so dynamic, you're so fluid. And with the same song, Immortal by Ellie Dew. I'm just gonna stop saying her last name. In it, she talks about how she feels like she's immortal. So it's almost, you could have like a very extreme confidence because of these experiences you've had. But I feel like it's less so the experiences you've had maybe in this life, but it could just be the fact that you're an old soul, so you have a lot of natural innate wisdom. So you've always kind of known things that maybe you typically shouldn't have. There could have been some weird synchronicities that have happened in your life where it's like, what the hell, why do I know these things about myself? I feel like now especially you could be coming into a time where you're really awakening to, well, I feel like you guys have always kind of been this way, but yeah, now especially really learning how to tap in and use those psychic gifts that you have to benefit your life and to get the most out of your experiences. It's like you have so much trust in yourself and your spirit guides. I was getting that, oh, where was that? Yeah, don't forget to say thank you to your spirit guides because they are really protecting you. There might be some weird love drama going on with you, but just know that you're protected in these connections. So yeah, you guys definitely have like big mermaid energy. I just saw 1331, so that could be a significant angel number for you. The next song I got for you guys was Abandoned Mansion by Dr. Dog. With this one, I was getting more love messages as well. A lyric that stood out in the song was, "You did it to yourself, but you did it to me too." And then as I was writing that, I heard fuck. Like I just heard you going fuck. So I don't know, but I feel like there was a connection that happened that was really powerful. It could have been you had a hard time accepting your role within this connection because maybe you were so, it's like it's hard for people to pull you out of your inner world at times because you get so entangled in all this inner work that's happening, and this, you're just very good at being in the moment, so it's like you don't want to lose yourself in all the other shit that's going on outside of you because you'd rather just hold this comfort within yourself. The next song we got was Nile by Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar, and so yeah, you guys just have like big mermaid energy too, so you could have Scorpio in your chart as well and be quite mysterious. Yeah, I'm just getting you're quite mysterious to other people, but you're very sweet as well. So I'm almost feeling like you were blind to a certain connection, but it was like you didn't want to open your eyes to it, so you didn't. So you may have been kind of in denial about how strongly you felt towards this person, or maybe it could be vice versa as well. I'm also getting that you're just a super giggly and warm person when you're in your element, and people are really appreciating your talents and taking the time to just be with you. That's when people really admire you, is when they can just spend time being with you. Another lyric, I believe this is from Abandoned Mansion, but it's, "Searched through the dark of your deserted heart to return to the slumber." I feel like someone really wanted you to open up to them, but maybe you didn't, or you wanted someone to open up to you and maybe they didn't, or maybe they didn't fast enough. That could have been an issue for you. So, you could have been a bit impatient with them. Someone here was quite cold to the other party, or they felt that way. But it's like you have this attitude where it's so easy for you to fall in love with people because you become so enamored and amazed by their strangeness and their beauty, and it's like people do the same for you. This tendency for you to see the good in everything and see the good in every person you come across leads you to build connections with many people. So I almost feel like this one person who's really hung up on you, maybe they don't quite understand that about you. It's like you're very easy to connect to when you want to connect with someone, and your attitude is kind of, the stranger the person, the more interesting they are, the more you're gonna fall in love with them. And then the next song we got is Someone New by Hosier. Yeah, this again just reiterates to me that you're not very commitment oriented, or you've been like that in the past, but you might question if things would be easier if you saw a clear path or a clear direction, or maybe if you met someone and you instantly knew that they were the person for you. Because I think it does take you time. It takes you time to build up that fantasy, that perception you have of the person you're interested in, because you're very dreamy and you're very romantic, so you want that to be a key element in your partnerships. But yeah, the lyric for Someone New is, would things be easier if there's a right way? Honey, there is no right way. So it's like you're learning to trust that there's no right way, and it's all just about following your intuition and following your instincts, or that could just be an innate quality that you have, that you were born with, where you're very, trusting and fluid. Yeah, you're a very contemplative and philosophical person as well, so that really draws people in, because you like questioning things about this reality. That could have been also something you learned, or something that was very natural in your family dynamics growing up. I'm getting the things that occurred for you in your childhood have really influenced the person you are today. So maybe if you can kind of look at the dynamics, I just saw 2121, so that could be significant, but if you can look at the dynamics that occurred while you were growing up, I think that'll help you unlock a deeper understanding of who you are and your purpose. And honestly, I have such a big crush on this group. Have to put that out there, because your energy is just, it's very comforting. The next song we got was Flava by Princess Nokia, which just tells me that you guys are also very focused on your independence and being self-sufficient, or that's the energy you're trying to get to more with Taurus season as well. But people find you very handsome. You could have a darker complexion, or if handsome, beautiful, whatever. I still feel like there's someone who's so confused with how you left things with them, because they thought that the connection you had with them was everything you wanted, but then something may have happened which caused you to kind of shift, and you changed your mind and you backed off, and that really surprised them. The next song is Vitamin Socks by Sheck West, and honestly, I feel like this is your song, or if you haven't heard it, I feel like you would like this song. I don't know, you might not, but I feel like that's your anthem. And the lyric in that was, all my hoes be wildin'. So I feel like sometimes you're like, why are you acting up to your partners? Because you don't quite understand how they can get so stuck on certain things, or because it's like you dig deeper and you get philosophical, but you also know when to take things at face value, or you're very good at reading situations. And because of this, I feel like you understand pain really well. There's someone in your energy though who really loves you. They could find it hard to communicate with you, just as I'm getting this, my throat is closing up a little bit, but they really love you. I am feeling like there's two dominant energies around you right now, so there could be two people you're dealing with, but I feel like both of them really have a lot of love for you. But maybe you chose one over the other, so the other person could be a little bit bitter about that. Maybe they had this perception, or this could be true as well, but that you're kind of waiting for something that wouldn't come. Because I think you might have a tendency to idealize people so much, or just you have such a clear vision of what you want, because you spend so much time dreaming about what you want. Yeah, so this person you left behind, or they left you behind, whatever, they might think that you were a little bit too in the clouds with this vision of what you wanted. But honestly, that could be not the case at all. I feel like it's very important to be connected to your inner world, because that helps you manifest what you really want. So I mean, that's up to you whether this person is really what you wanted or not, but I think they feel like you guys had something really special, so they're still holding on to it. They really love you, though. They really love you. There's also something really significant about your hands. I feel like your hands are very healing. Also, to this person, they felt like your hands were very healing to them because, yeah, I feel like you have very long, elegant features. And we did also get this one lyric, lay your hands across my beating heart. I'm not sure. Okay, so that lyric is from The Way You Used to Do by Queens of the Stone Age. Yeah, so someone finds it really healing when you touch them because, yeah, you have really healing hands. Or this person finding your hands healing. I feel like this person you left behind wants you to... Okay, this isn't an 18 plus reading, but... I'm just gonna say it. They want you to fuck them like you used to. Or they want you to love them like you used to. Yeah, they're really missing you. You also, I don't know why I got this, but you could be part of the LGBTQ plus community. If not, don't read into that. Yeah, there is someone. So this person you left behind, they could have not been quite honest with you, or maybe you weren't honest with them. But yeah, there's something that's kind of in the shadows still with you and a certain person. We also got I Can't Win by The Strokes. So from this song I was getting that someone is sick of waiting for you, or you're sick of waiting for them, because there was too much happening. There wasn't enough movement in the connection, or, you know, take it how it resonates. But I also got a love song called What Kind of Man Would I Be by Mint Condition. I don't know if you've heard this. But there was a big theme of unfaithfulness within this song, so maybe someone was unfaithful to you, or they suspected that you were unfaithful to them. But I feel like you left them for someone else, and they're still thinking about you. They still really love you, and you're on their mind a lot. We also got Jetty by Tycho, and Don't Call Me At All by Flat Sound. You could also be older than this person who's obsessing over you, or you could be older than the person you're in a present connection with. Or if it's just one person, take it how it resonates. Yeah, but this person you left behind, they were insecure about satisfying you, or the person you're with now. No, I'm feeling like it's more the past energy, but they didn't feel like maybe they were good enough for you in a way, because they saw you as this beautiful, like, peony, like this beautiful flower, which they wanted to hold on to forever, but you followed a different light. Yeah, and they could have be perceiving what happened as you just being unfaithful to them, whether that's true or not, or they could have been unfaithful. We also got Time by Pink Floyd. There was also another lyric in the song Don't Call Me At All by Flat Sound, which was, to say that you don't care is astounding, 'cause I wrote an entire album about us drowning. I'm haunted by you, surprised you made things official with someone else. So these are all like little lyrics from it, but I think maybe you had this perception that this person didn't care, or maybe they feel like you don't care about them anymore, so that kind of hurts them. Yeah, because maybe you chose someone else, or you're thinking about choosing someone else. I feel like the person you're with now, or the person you're dreaming about, is maybe a bit more secure than what you had in the past with this other person. But just remember to always follow your intuition when dealing with these connections, because there was definitely some secrecy happening in that past scenario. Or it could be with the same person and things changed, or things are going to change, whatever. Okay, we're gonna jump into... I picked out some little charms and some jewelry for you guys too, to kind of help display the energy that I was feeling. So we have this cute little pink scrunchie. You might like scrunchies or the color pink that kind of matches with the blush. Yeah, I feel like if you guys were a flower, you would be either a peony or a sweet pea, because you're very sweet. We also here have this clear quartz necklace, so you could do a lot of throat chakra clearing, and we also have a lot of blue in this picture, so you could be a very mental person, or someone who enjoys mental stimulation. But yeah, there's also something with communication here too, so you could communicate in a very interesting or seductive way. And then we have a little teapot here with a blue flower in it. Honestly, I feel like when people meet you, they immediately want to make you their wife. So that's something to watch out for. We also have this crystal. I don't actually know what this is, but I just thought, man, I should look at what this is. Okay, I might put that in the description if I remember. I feel like this stone is good at boosting creativity and mental energy, so yeah, the color purple, blue, and this kind of like cerulean blue could be significant for you. Your energy could be quite blue. We also have this little pin I made, so you could vibe with this girl. Your hair could be like that. Yeah, because yeah, you could have hair like this, or people just really like your hair. Yeah, with the scrunchie too. You could like wearing, yeah, see, mermaid energy. Because we have this little sand dollar thing. You really can't see anything I'm trying to show you. But yeah, we have 2 bracelets here. So this could also just be jewelry like you would like to wear. We also have a lighter. I don't know why I was drawn to picking that, but it's blue. You could smoke. That could be something that's attractive about you. But yeah, guys, the overall message that I'm getting for you is just that you're naturally a very strong, independent, fluid, understanding, compassionate, imaginative, philosophical person who is very in tune with the cycles as well, of the moon perhaps. And now I'm going to analyze this drawing a little bit more, just with the medium I use. So I used just colored pencils for this drawing. And with colored pencils, they take a little bit more time to work with, because you have to kind of start by just shading and then build up the pigmency. So yeah, I think this just reiterates that your energy could be kind of soft, or you could take a little bit longer for you to warm up to people, or it could just take a while for people to really understand the nature of who you are. It's not quite as immediate as, let's say, like paint or pastel, like the other mediums I used. Your energy kind of takes time to build for it to really like have its hold on other people. I want to say, yeah, but very, very strong. Once your energy builds and people understand you, then it's like they're so enamored by you. Even like friends, they just admire you because you're so dreamy and so beautiful and mystical. Oh, we also here got the little Totoro pin. This is cute. So you could like Studio Ghibli or My Neighbor Totoro. But yeah, you might like collecting things as well, or you could have a rabbit. I don't know why. Or like a rodent. Yeah, you could just be really connected with animals. I'm almost seeing, like, if you have seen My Neighbor Totoro, the little girl who gets lost, like, you kind of have that energy. But yeah, you guys, I think I'm gonna end the reading here. You can let me know what you think. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever. Turn on post notifications if you want to see when I upload next. But yeah, I feel like if you are a starseed, oh man, is it Lemurian? What are the starseeds that like originated from Atlantis? I don't know, just big mermaid energy. Like Poseidon could be a significant icon for you, I'll say. Remember to check the playlist that I've linked down below if you want to get additional messages from some of those songs I talked about. But yeah, I'm gonna finish it off, so I'll see you guys in the next reading. Bye!